and welcome to the show. So, what's been happening? The supermarket Iceland released a beautiful Christmas advert and it got banned.
The supermarket Iceland has had its Christmas advert blocked on the grounds that it's too political.
Orangutan in my bedroom. Just before you go, why were you in my bedroom? I really want to know. There's a human in my forest, and I don't know what to do. He destroyed all of our trees for your food and your shampoo. There's a human in my forest, and I don't know what to do. He took away my mother, and I'm scared he'll take me too.
A cartoon orangutan trying to save the world isn't political. She's not talking about Brexit. She didn't turn to the camera and go, ooh, 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 Jeremy Corbyn. She wasn't dancing like Theresa May. It's unbelievable. Iceland can't have a heroic primate, but John Lewis are allowed to have an old pervert on the moon. The orangutan may have no forest, but I've got wood. Sounds a bit much, that, wouldn't it? I'm furious, and I'm not the only one.
I'm an orangutan in the bedroom. Here's my opinion for what it's worth. I'm not being political. I'm trying to save the earth. I'm teaching little children they have the power to change it all. That people can make a difference, even if they're small. Palm oil's taken from my forest. They ship it off in tankers. The people that make palm oil are all a bunch of wankers.
Remembrance Sunday marked 100 years since the end of the First World War. It was a time to reflect on the immense sacrifice of all those fallen soldiers. And what did Donald Trump do?
Mr. Trump pulled out of a visit to a cemetery for American servicemen and faced criticism when his officials blamed the rain.
Yeah, what a disgrace! Last weekend was a time to honour those who gave their today so we could have a tomorrow. And he can't be fucked because of the drizzle. To quote my friend at Rangtang.
What an absolute cunt.
The man is a petulant baby. Did you see his behaviour in the press conference when the midterm election didn't quite go his way?
Mr. President,
that's enough.
Mr. President, I had one other question, if I may ask, on the Russia investigation. Are you concerned that you may have...
I'm not concerned about anything with the
Russian
investigation because it's a hoax. That's enough. Put down the mic.
Mr. President, are you worried about indictments coming down in this investigation? Mr. President.
I'll tell you what, CNN should be ashamed of itself having you working for them. You are a rude, terrible person. You shouldn't be working for CNN. Go ahead.
In Jim's defense, I've traveled with him and watched him. He's a diligent reporter who busts his butt.
Well, I'm not a big fan of yours either.
What I want to know, where does Trump get off calling someone else a rude, terrible person? That reporter never put kids in cages. He's never defended white supremacists. Trump calling you a terrible person is like being called a bad parent by a cuckoo. It didn't end there. Look what happened next.
The White House has accused a CNN journalist of assaulting an intern. In a statement, it said it suspended Jim Acosta's press accreditation because he placed his hands on a young woman.
Let's have a look at this brutal assault.
That's enough. That's enough.
Pardon me, ma'am. Excuse me.
He doesn't touch her! Christ, I've seen more contact in a Christian porno. You ever seen Debbie Does Damascus? It's hot. Nearly as good as Dongs of Praise. That is not contact. This is contact.
Oh, where's the goalkeeper going? Make your fucking goal!
Now, the midterms threw up some bizarre results, but this was definitely the strangest. A brothel owner, Dennis Hoff, wins seat in Nevada despite being dead. Now, let me repeat that. A brothel-owning pimp got elected despite the fact that he was dead. How did he do the press conferences, like for a Ouija board? Was Derek Acora there? Hello?
He says vote for me. He says he's going to fix education. What? He says he's got to go. He's having a threesome with Marilyn Monroe and Barry Chuckle.
though. If we can elect the dead, that would be brilliant. Think of the options. We could have Nye Bevan to fix the NHS, Brunel to fix the trains, Steve Jobs, so I could ask him, why'd you get rid of the headphone socket, you fucking madman? But I digress. Now, elsewhere, Democrat Beto O'Rourke has been called the next Obama, but he lost to Ted Cruz because they ran an advert taking him out of context.
Beto O'Rourke wants to be a senator.
That.
So he's showing up across Texas, sharing his wit.
What the are these guys doing?
And his character.
I really up.
If Beto shows up in your town, maybe keep the kids at home.
Because this is up.
Beto O'Rourke, he's showing the up.
It's ridiculous. You can make anyone look bad like that. That is why I can never become an MP. Imagine what they do to me.
Russell Howard wants your vote, but before you give it to him, we've got some questions.
Did he have a healthy childhood?
Me and my cousin used to play a game called Tickle Piss.
What's his attitude towards charity?
I built a well. I should have been giving Lenny Henry a hand job. Don't worry, kids. Any second.
We're sorry, Lenny. Who would vote for Russell Howard?
Rapists, murderers, paedophiles.
Don't be one of them.
Don't vote for Russell Howard. Unless you want to be tickle-pissed.
In royal news, Prince Charles celebrated his 70th birthday by filming a documentary aimed at showing the country just how normal he is. Did you watch it? It was brilliant. He is as mad as a box of frogs.
You don't say. No horror.
I would like a lot of people to see the lighter side of him.
Will it be possible to squeeze into a pair of budgie smugglers? Silent but deadly.
We got the makers to find a more sustainable fuel than petrol.
They discovered they could run it on surplus English white wine.
He's got an Aston Martin that runs on Chardonnay. Sorry I was late. My car was absolutely wankered. Had to get a steak bake from Greg's. He's like a mad professor. Wine for the car, brandy for the plane. What does the lawnmower run on? Pina colada. I love the fact he says it runs on surplus white wine. Nobody in this country has leftover booze. If that takes off, there's going to be stranded cars everywhere. Just, hello, is that the AA? I've done it again. But then Charles, he isn't like us. I mean, look how excited he gets by a beverage.
Tea? Mm-hmm. Good Lord. It must be Wednesday.
Look how happy he is. Tea for me. Oh, bless my corgis, there's a biscuit. He loves life. He laughs at everything.
I love these turkeys. They make me laugh so much.
I love these turkeys. They should put them on Live at the Apollo. Gobble, gobble. I mean, you can't write that. He's like old MacDonald, just, old Prince Charlie had a farm. Why won't Mummy die? Not that everything excites him. Christ, this really made me laugh. Charles once shrieked and trembled at the sight of an unknown plastic substance covering his dinner, only to be told by Camilla, it's cling film, darling. I love the fact he was trembling because he doesn't know what cling film is. Just, Camilla! Camilla! Someone stretched a Johnny over my din-din! My favourite moment of the show was where he took William and Harry on holiday. Did they go on safari? Did they go skiing? Nah.
We were in Norfolk on school holidays, and we went out litter picking with him.
He took them... That's not a holiday, that's community service. Just on the side of a motorway. Drink it in, boys. Better than Barbados, huh? Mind the dog shit, Harry. How confused must the locals have been? Is that Prince Charles coming out of a hedge holding a used condom? Cling film! I'll tell you what, it's not often people in Norfolk get to be the ones going, look at those inbred weirdos. Now, else... Big laugh over here, nothing in Norfolk. Elsewhere this week, did you see this beautiful story about love?
This is the moment firefighter Dennis Galvin leaped over the barriers of New York's marathon race to ask for his girlfriend's hand in marriage as she hit the 16-mile mark. She said yes, crossing the line with a medal around her neck and a ring on her finger.
Ah, isn't it brilliant? Yeah, also very clever. Shall I propose at home?
No. I'll wait till she's too tired to say no.
Yeah, all right, yeah. Right. I can't feel my legs. Yeah, that's good.
It's a wonderful story. Who could begrudge their happiness? Well, it turns out everyone on the internet. Look at this.
I'm glad we all agree that marathon proposal guy fucking sucks.
Women can never just finish first, can we? My girlfriend is running the marathon. How can I make this about me? Touché. A stranger's getting married. How can I make this about me? She's delighted. Look at her. Look at the joy in her face. Having a lovely hug. They're having a cuddle. They're happy. I haven't seen happiness like that since this.
Tea?
When did people become so joyless? Happy, are you? Doing a nice thing, did you? Well, watch me spoil it for no reason. People were honestly saying, he's ruined her marathon. Piss off. If that was me, I'd be absolutely delighted. It would take my mind off the fact that I'm running a marathon and my nipples look like someone sandpapered an otter's nose. Who gets angry with this? It's wonderful when a loved one helps out in a sporting event.
Make your fucking goal.
Join me after the break when I'll be talking to the star of Britain's Got Talent, Alesha Dixon, about a side of her you may have never seen before. Welcome back. Now, do you know what pisses me off? The media's obsession with blaming these people.
Are millennials spoiled babies?
Do millennials stink?
Millennials have it too easy.
Millennials are the absolute cheapest.
Now, 5% strip.
They are ruining Halloween.
The thin-skinned generation.
Millennials.
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 Blame it on the millennials.
They get blamed for everything. I mean, how many times have you read this article? Young people should stop buying smashed avocado if they want to afford a home. Like they're going, what need to buy for a house? For I have avocado. The papers make it sound like young people are living in avocado crack dens. Just, yo, man, you got any of that sweet green? Man, I'll suck your dick for some guacamole. And that is not the case. Look... People are like, I'd suck his dick for some great... Look at the other absurd things they're being blamed for. Millennials are killing marmalade. Millennials are killing light yoghurt. Millennials are killing the napkin industry. Will someone not think of the napkins? It goes on. Millennials are snubbing diamonds. Millennials are ditching golf. 2/3 of millennials don't have a landline. Good! Landlines were shit! Every time I spoke to a girl, my brother would be on the second phone making this noise. It's an endless attack on young people. Millennials worry more about bad breath than their bank balance. Millennials are killing department stores. And my personal favourite, millennials are too lazy to eat cereal. No, journalists are too lazy to write proper news. What do I write about the fact that there are more than 40 million people in the world right now living as modern slaves? But oh no, young people won't eat shreddies! Do these beasts not know they're knitted by grannies? But rather than focusing on proper news, the media's more interested in writing clickbaity articles like this. I mean, how is this journalism? Millennials aren't interested in boobs. A, no one cares, and B, that is bullshit. As a millennial with a lazy eye, I'm looking at boobs even when I'm not trying. Of course millennials are interested in boobs, but that isn't a headline that gets more clicks. The truth beyond that headline is apparently millennials aren't typing boobs into porn sites. And you're like, you don't need to! If you're watching porn, boobs are going to be there. They're like poppadoms at an Indian. You never order them. But my God, you're happy when they arrive. Also, both lovely with chutney. As you're eating your boobs. The point I'm making, the papers are constantly blaming a generation that will struggle to own a house, that will struggle to pay off university debts, with things that just don't matter. Like, millennials don't get drunk because it's what the older generation did. Who gets angry at young people not drinking? Just these fancy damn bastards. They don't want to be like me. You people don't know how to have fun. You're too busy fucking killing marmalade. Ignoring napkins. No, you smell of piss. Millennials don't get drunk. One word, Prosecco. Most millennial women in this country drink so much of that funk, they got fizzy blood. I know why the papers are angry about it. If young people aren't pissed up on a bank holiday weekend, they'll have nothing to put on their front page, like this. We need young people to drink, or we won't be able to profit from their mistakes. Think about it. Every bank holiday weekend, there'll be a young woman like this. And rather than help her, someone's taken a photo, sent it to the papers, they make money, she gets no help. But the media have got other things to worry about, like the fact that millennials masturbate more than other people. That's right. Young people jerk off more than pensioners. Well, I am shocked. I'm flabbergasted. Of course they do. No one's ever gone round their nan's house.
You're right, Nan. Can you come back later? I'm rubbing one out. Philip Schofield's on. I'm halfway up runway. Go on.
The point I'm making, instead of constantly attacking millennials, let's celebrate them. Write about Colin Kaepernick, the American footballer who faced a torrent of abuse because he knelt down in a stand against racism. Bojan Slat, a Dutch engineer who invented a non-profit way of removing millions of tons of plastic from the oceans. Or Emma Watson. She's an actor, a UN Goodwill ambassador, a champion of women's rights. She's so hard-working, she makes Hermione look lazy. What I'm saying is, let's not be taken in by this divisive media bullshit. Whatever age you are, there are so many things we have in common. Everyone in the world has a mum who answers the phone like she's never met you.
Hello?
Everyone loves it when someone just makes the tube. Everyone loves it when someone just misses the tube. But everyone really loves it when someone gets caught in the tube. Everyone has miscalculated how long they can leave a biscuit in tea. Everyone pulls a face at a baby. Everyone has forgotten they ate beetroot and thought they were dying. Pissing blood! Oh no, I had a salad. Everyone has remembered a moment of shame from their past and gone, yeah! Everyone has tried to fold a piece of paper more than 7 times. Everyone has seen a Chinese person in a Chinese restaurant and gone, must be good in here. Everyone has underestimated the noise of a fart. Yeah! Everyone's burned their mouth on a pizza and then carried on eating that pizza. And nobody has ever gone, no, please tell me more about your cycling. The point I'm making, there is so much more that connects us than divides. Yes, Martin. Now it's time for another edition of Playground Politics. This week, me and the children of the world discuss one of the biggest issues of them all, love.
I once had a very full-on dream about getting married. Exactly how I felt.
Do you have a wife?
No, this is the problem.
Just get one.
Listen, man, it's difficult. What is love?
Disgusting.
It's disgusting. Do you know what love is?
Yeah.
What is love?
Baby, don't hurt. Don't hurt me no more.
You're the first kid that's done that.
Love is something you can't find, like, just in open air.
Yeah.
If you just look everywhere and then you just see someone that you like, they might not like you. That's not proper love.
That's unrequited love. It's the worst kind of love. What should you say if someone tells you that they love you, but you don't love them?
Just walk away from them. Just walk away. That's what I did. Exactly what I did.
What? You just walk away?
And just say bye sarcastically.
So, I'm a girl, so I walk up. Hi guys, I'm a girl. I'd very much like to marry either of you. Will you marry me?
Well, I guess you don't look that terrible. But you don't look very much like a girl, Mr. Howard. I did got in love.
You are really? Who are you in love with?
With 2 boys.
2 boys? Why not? It's the 90s.
Well, I used to be with someone at school, but now it was in a teacher's class, and we used our own little hole and do it. And
It's fine, it's fine.
Then they said it was restricted, so then we couldn't meet anymore, and then it just stopped.
What advice would you give someone else?
Not do it where people can see you, and also not in front of anyone.
That's really good advice.
Now, my guest tonight rose to fame as a member of a groundbreaking girl band, became one of the nation's favourite talent show judges, and has championed tons of important causes. Please welcome the one and only Alesha Dixon! We met backstage, and do you want to say what happened?
Well, no, I'm a hugger.
Yeah.
And Russell came in to say hi, and my makeup artist had put some foundation on me, and she hadn't set it with the powder, and then his white T-shirt looked like my skin colour. So I said, please tell me you've got another T-shirt, but I had a tank top all ready waiting for you.
That was what was lovely. Genuinely, we were about to start the show, and Alicia's like, I've got one, you can wear it. What? You've got the best laugh in the world, let's not muck around.
Or the most annoying.
No,
as some
love
people
it.
tell me all the time.
Have you ever been told off for your laugh?
Do you know what? At school, I was always told off for laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, you know, like, some people just have really bad laughs, and you can't change your laugh, can you? I've tried, and it just doesn't work. And the thing is, I laugh, and the veins come out, and I'm really loud, and I think, why can't I have a lovely, delicate, ladylike laugh? But no, I've got the full-on...
No, I like it.
You know.
But you're a fascinating lady. I met you on Jonathan Ross. You are, right?
Thank you.
Because a lot of people know you from Britain's Got Talent, they may know you from Mystique, but it turns out you do loads of charity stuff, like a ridiculous amount of good.
Oh, I wouldn't say ridiculous
You do,
amount.
it's phenomenal. Like, you're involved...
Well, I never feel like I do enough.
Do you not?
Many years ago, I said that I wanted to take on a different social issue every year.
Every year?
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
But that's not happened.
All right. Nice.
That was the plan. I try to always work with charities and companies that I feel passionate about.
Yeah.
But there's so many issues and social issues in the world that need, you know, light and awareness put on them, and so that's why I never feel like I've done enough. You know, projects that I've worked on in the past, you'll finish it, you think, great, that was a brilliant job, but what next? Because if the issue hasn't been solved, then there's more work to do, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you're involved with Period Poverty.
Yes.
Which is a fantastic charity. For those that don't know, can you explain?
Yes. They presented me with these facts that apparently in our own country, thousands and thousands, I think it was something like 100,000 schoolgirls were missing school regularly because they couldn't afford basic sanitary products. And I thought that was just Well, firstly, a shocking statistic.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people, when they think about period poverty, they think about it happening in other countries.
Absolutely,
They didn't
yeah.
realise it was happening so much here. I can't work out for the life of me why you can get free condoms or you've got food banks, but why any young girl has to miss school because of something as simple as that. And, you know, I think the government has a massive part to play because, you know, when somebody's missing out on an education because of their basic needs not being met, then that's terrible. So I wanted to work with them. I wanted to talk about it. Periods are not the most glamorous thing to talk about. No one wants to talk about a period. Although I did have a period club when I was 15 with my school friends. Yeah.
Well,
yes, we had this little shoebox and we used to meet up around my house and we'd put our pads and... Oh, this is so embarrassing. We probably had a song. Can't remember that.
You had a song?
I said we probably did have a song.
What, but I thought you all stood in the shoebox. So you would put them in?
We'd just collect tampons.
Oh, really? That's absolutely fantastic.
It's really sad.
No, it's...
But you know when you're 14 or 13 and you're just fascinated by it?
Yeah, yeah.
You don't know anything about it and you're learning about it with your mates.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we had this little club and we'd talk about it.
It's really important for... It's important for people like you to talk about things like this.
Yes.
Because then it gets mentioned. Like, we live in a world where women still have to pay 5% VAT on tampons because they're deemed a luxury product.
Oh, my God. There's nothing luxury about PMT.
Yeah. Have you ever put a tampon in and thought, oh, I feel so decadent? I doubt it. It's not Ferrero Rocher, is it? But... The other thing, so the list goes on. You've worked with domestic abuse charities, and you're currently, am I right in saying that you're doing a documentary about the mistreatment of exotic animals?
Right, so to cut a long story short,
Yep.
I actually approached the BBC to do a documentary called Don't Hit My Mum. It was my idea.
Yeah.
I feel like children are the forgotten victims when domestic violence is happening. I witnessed it as a child and I felt like it was important to shine a light on that. And really powerful documentary, such an important piece of work.
Yeah.
And from there, I just felt like you really can make it. It's incredible. You can make a documentary and you just don't know the ripple effect that that's going to have at the time.
Absolutely.
And how many people might see that and think, I'm going to say something, I'm going to do something about it. And it's, you know, it's no different with working with animals. You know, I work alongside World Animal Protection and they started a campaign called Wildlife, Not Entertainers.
Yeah.
And there's a huge difference between, you know, seeing Pudsey on Britain's Got Talent, who's in a loving relationship with his owner and is clearly enjoying what he's doing, compared to, say, when we travel abroad and we see elephants and tigers being used for rides or having selfies done with these tigers that are maybe drugged. And these venues are so bad. And what we've been trying to do is get the tourism companies to agree to stop promoting these tours. I'm a fan of animals, so, of course, the first time I went to Thailand, the first thing I did was go and do an elephant ride, not having a clue how badly mistreated these animals are.
What's fascinating, Kim Kardashian did it the other day.
Right.
And that is a big arse. So, like, but she shouldn't be doing...
I'm sure the elephants was bigger.
Yeah. But, yeah, probably, yeah. But they could have both broke the internet. But not only do you do the charity work, you're also an author. You're on your second book.
Yes.
So you've written a book for kids?
Yes, I've written a children's book called Lightning Girl.
Lightning Girl, that's it.
And there are going to be 4 books in the series.
Yeah.
Just, well, I'm still promoing book 2, but I'm just finishing off book 3.
Oh, wow.
But I'm coming up with the final concept for book 4. My mind is very confused right now.
Yeah.
But it's been so much fun. It's a book for middle grade, sort of 8 to 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
And it's about a young girl who's a female superhero called Aurora Beam,
Yeah.
who's suddenly discovers that she has superpowers when her younger sister Clara is being bullied on the school playground, and it creates this emotional outburst, and suddenly these light beams come shooting out of her, and she realises that she's a superhero and finds out that all the females in her family are superheroes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty nifty. What, and none of the men have got nothing?
Well, the men...
Let me so... Just, I've still got a TV remote. What's, when you were little, what superpower would you have liked?
I don't know, superpower when I was a little girl. I've always wanted to just be nosy and, you know, like, just turn up in people's houses and just see what they get up to at night. Well, maybe not at night. See what they do during the day.
So we're talking like invisibility cloak?
Yes.
So invisibility.
What about you?
I would have liked the ability to make somebody orgasm just by touching them.
Try. Oh,
But not for sexual
Magic.
reasons. But it'd be great in a fight, wouldn't it? Like, imagine that. I used to get the shit kicked out of me at school. Just there you go. That was my thinking. Can you put that in the fourth book?
I might.
Please put a character in the book called Jizzy Russell. Hopefully there aren't any 8-year-olds watching.
But you'll have children, you know.
Yeah,
they
true.
might want to read the books.
So, Aurora Bean is a young woman of colour.
Yes.
And I know it's very important for you
Yes.
to write, because when you were younger, you didn't have characters that reflected you. Is that right?
I didn't feel like I had many characters that I could identify with, and I think that everybody, no matter who you are, where you come from, wants to feel counted, represented, included.
There was a fascinating story today, I don't know if you saw it, about Little Mix. I think it was Leanne, who felt like she was the least popular member of the group.
Right.
Because she was a young woman of colour.
Which, from an outsider's perspective, of course, is not true, but, you know, for whatever her reasons were, she felt like that. You know, when Mystique came out on the scene, we were very conscious of the fact that we were an all-black girl group from the UK. There weren't really many groups that looked like us. We came out at a time where, you know, Atomic Kitten was popular and Steps and Blue, so we definitely were very different. But we prided ourselves on being different. It made us work harder. We were signed to a tiny little label. We didn't have all the huge money and spend behind us like some of the other bands, but that made the success that much sweeter because we did do it all ourselves with the odds pretty much stacked against us. I mean, my own father, when I told him that I wanted to be in a group, I mean, he was so against it. He wanted me to become an accountant or a stockbroker, and, you know, telling your parents that you want to be in a girl group, of course, sounds ludicrous, and I can understand why any parent would be nervous of that, but he was more worried because we were women of colour.
Really?
He felt like that was the reason that we shouldn't pursue it, because that might go against us. And actually, in a way, that fueled us to make us want to work even harder.
Absolutely.
And say, no, we won't be, you know, identified by that.
I was going to ask you about the sort of music industry, because it feels like we've had the Me Too movement sort of billow through the film industry, but it doesn't feel like it's kind of gone through music. Do you think that's waiting to happen?
Sorry, say that again. So my mind just went somewhere else.
Where did your mind go?
I was literally thinking about something that a record company exec said to me once.
OK, well, let's go with that.
Which was that black girls won't sell records.
Black girls won't sell records?
In the UK.
And presumably you said Diana Ross?
Who, my childhood.
Tracy Chapman?
Another childhood, my mum's, like, favourite artist. And I also remember somebody... My manager got a phone call from someone from the record company to say I was looking a bit heavy on TV. So my answer was, come on then, let's go and get another burger.
Yeah.
I think it was something like that. And because I'm such a rebel in that respect, because I pride myself on not being that type of person that would ever succumb to somebody else's perception of what they think I should or shouldn't look like or do.
Well, there was a story about Jade from Little Mix was told to flirt with record executives to try and sell the album.
Wow.
Did anyone try that with you?
I don't think they would have dared.
Yeah, I sensed that.
Say that to the Mystique ladies.
Yeah.
We were quite feisty, and for the first part of our career, we pretty much managed ourselves.
Yeah.
And we were quite strong-headed, strong-minded, and we were often told you should maybe wear this or do that, but we just did whatever we wanted to do. Nobody has ever said to me, you must flirt or do this in order to get radio play. I can't imagine what that's like.
Imagine that, yeah.
I think we live in a time now where people are fearless. People feel like if I've got something to say, this is the time.
Absolutely.
I don't need to hide anything. There's no shame in anything. Everyone has a voice and everybody deserves to be heard. And with social media now, everybody is their own newspaper.
Oh.
You know, it's dangerous.
No, that's an amazing quote.
It's dangerous.
Everyone is their own newspaper. That's an amazing... That should be the title of an album. I think we need to clone you.
Clone me?
Yeah, and have lots of little Alesha Dixons in our houses.
Oh, wow.
No, I think it'd be nice. I mean, sure,
then you can...
it came out as creepy as fuck. I was trying to say a nice thing. Ladies and gentlemen, please get up for my wonderful guest, the brilliant Alesha Dixon! Brilliant. Really so lovely. Join me after the break when Jimmy Carr and I will be cupping. Welcome back. Now, it's time for Live Forever, the part of the show where I combat my fear of dying by getting some of the best comedians in the world to try a new health craze with me. This week, I sampled Chinese medicine with the fantastic Jimmy Carr.
Well, if it isn't the terribly funny Jimmy Carr.
Can't believe your luck. Right, what are we doing?
So, we're going to do some acupuncture and some cupping.
Yeah, I mean, they told me that. They said if you come on today, you can cup Russell Howard. And it's always been a dream of mine to...
To cup me?
To cup you.
I love this voodoo bullshit.
Do you?
Of course I do. The funny thing is I live with a doctor who despises any kind of voodoo.
Right.
So she doesn't want me having all the pills and potions that I take because she says, and I quote, they're going to destroy your liver.
You know, you can get a new liver. I've got a friend that bought a liver.
Really?
Yeah, genuinely a friend of mine bought a liver. He came to lunch one day and I said, you look yellow. And then it turned out he had liver failure. And he went to get a liver transplant and he couldn't get one on the NHS. So in the end, he went to China and he bought a liver off a guy on death row.
So you saved his life. He'd be dead.
Oh, I don't know whether I saved his life. I mean, he is dead now, so...
He's not dead now, is he?
Yeah.
Fuck, Jim.
He died just before last Christmas. He
Of course.
so he got the liver transplant, and then they did such a bullshit job on the transplant that he died about 2 years later.
Oh, for...
John's ready to see you now.
Great.
Right, it's
Have you ever had acupuncture before? Have you ever had Chinese medicine before?
I've had quite a lot of Chinese food, so I feel like...
Okay, it's not quite the same.
As well as making us live longer, is there anything you can do to make us feel better?
If better means bringing more youthfulness into your skin, that definitely we can achieve with some cosmetic acupuncture.
Cosmetic
acupuncture. And you can really prevent and delay aging through this process.
Well, why do you go for a bit of that?
It's not the first time I've said this. Just put the tip in, see if I like it.
If you please lie down on your back with your head here and your legs there.
I thought I'd take my trousers off anyway, just in case anything.
Yes, very
in
good
case
idea.
I don't know if there's... Is there often a happy ending?
I'm afraid there isn't any.
Oh.
So, Jimmy, I would like to feel your pulse and see your tongue. May I have
See
a
my
look
tongue?
of your tongue? Yes.
Yeah,
Stick
sure.
it out. That's it. Your tongue is slightly puffy and a bit swollen.
So is a fat tongue, is that a bad thing then?
It's not bad or a good. It's an observational tool that I will use in order to be able to select my points.
Should we crank some in his face? Sort out this fat tongue. This is all I can see now.
Oh, that was something. Oh. Ah. Oh. Oh. Ah. Fucking hell. Ow. Ah. Fuck.
Oh,
Ow. Ow.
I mean, let's not muck around, John. He's got a big face. We could probably get a record number in it.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, that looked painful. I mean, that looked like you stabbed him in the face there. It's almost like you're doing a join the dots.
Oh.
And if you connect them all, you can draw Jimmy Carr.
Oh.
I'm looking forward to this. Oh.
That's it.
What happened there, Russ?
I was poked for the first time. Oh, God.
Whereabouts?
Just on my elbow.
Oh, sorry, that was your reaction to the elbow one?
Yeah.
Oh. In for a treat.
That was it then.
Is that the noise you make when you when you finish things at home?
God.
Now, your reaction to that was, I mean, it wasn't the most macho thing I've ever heard. You were quite...
I'm a squealer.
You are a squealer, yeah. It turns out you're a squealer.
Yeah. I tell you, I'm very relaxed, Jim.
I'm very relaxed. I feel very chilled. All right, I've got a lot of metal in my face, but, you know, I feel it might just be a phase I'm going through, like a goth.
That's a good point, actually. If putting needles in your face calms you down, why are people who are into heavy metal quite so aggressive?
Well, imagine how aggressive they'd be without that shit. That's probably keeping it on the down low.
And what about Hellraiser? He wanted to kill people.
Yeah, but those were nails. I mean, he had big nails in him.
Just about to start removing those needles.
Is it painful when you take them out?
No, you don't feel anything.
Cool. Ah! Oh! How? Oh my God, alive. Have you got one of these masks made out of human flesh?
Yeah. He's no longer Jimmy Carr. Looks like a man who's killed a dog with a hammer.
Your skin looks smoother and plumper.
You haven't plumped his tongue, have you? You won't be able to get the damn thing in.
Plus, I would like you now to experience some cupping. So, if we turn around and lie on your tummy.
Right. Oh, wow.
It's like he's doing a flaming Zambuca.
On my back. Ow! OK, this is... I mean, oh, this guy's a nutter. This guy's a bona fide nutter.
At the minute, it looks like you got 2 really fat nipples on your back.
Well, that's what I wanted.
Ah!
What was that, Russ?
It just popped me off.
What's this meant to do then, John?
It literally encourages new blood to come into the muscles.
Right. So this is making us younger, is it?
Ah! Oh, that feels nice.
Oh.
Oh, it's lovely when it comes off, isn't it?
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh. Oh, yes, please.
I really enjoyed that. I feel relaxed.
Yeah, I look 10 years younger, right?
You look great, and you had a lot of stuff done. Like, you had 60 in your face, and I only had like 10 on my body.
Yeah, but in fairness, they've got neighbours. You would have screamed so loud.
I would have done, yeah.
What's the next thing? What could we do?
We could do a colonic.
Colonic?
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, look, people have been telling me for years that I'm full of shit. I reckon a colonic is just what I need.
To be honest, I was really hoping that they put one in and he'd just go, oh, 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 oh. But he didn't. Now it's time for Good Deeds, where we celebrate the people who are trying to make the world a better place. This week, we've got 2 artists using graffiti to do something incredible.
Graffiti is a powerful tool. Here in Northern Ireland especially, we've had a large tradition of murals and political slogans in a negative way for such a long time. Being able to take that power and use it for good, as we see, is just a double whammy.
My name's Carl.
My name's Donald, and together we created UV Arts. UV Arts was set up to bring people from all backgrounds, all cultures together through the medium of graffiti and street art.
It's a powerful medium that can be used to tell a story, and it gives the youth a platform for their self-expression.
We done 1 or 2 workshops together, and then from there it sort of snowballed. We could also see that there was a spark being ignited within some of the young people in the groups that we were working with.
We're saying that everyone is equal, different religions and different nationalities and sexualities.
We bring youth together to create positive art.
You're leaving all of your preconceptions at the door. You're afraid of what you don't know, so we hope that we can smash that barrier down. The amount of different projects that we do right across the board with people from all walks of life is just, it's really exciting. It's different every single day as well.
We work with suicide awareness groups, drug and alcohol projects, tackling issues of paramilitaries about how the youth engage with crime and youth justice. We want local communities to take pride and ownership of their areas, changing it for the better.
We've changed the fabric of our city. We've had a direct hand in changing our own surroundings.
We feel that we have the skills to make a change, so it's like a moral obligation that you have to use that for positive. We want your walls, basically.
Give us your walls.
Lovely stuff. That's it for this week. Thanks for watching the show. Good night, my friend. Good night.